Hello students, in this video I have come up with a new grammar topic, that is subject-verb agreement. So what is subject-verb agreement? Subject-verb agreement, as the name suggests, means the verb should agree with the subject. How many number of subjects are there in a sentence? Accordingly you will be placing the verb there. So here what verbs we are talking about? Basically we are talking about all the helping verbs, the auxiliary verbs like is, am, are, was, were, has, have. So where they are going to be placed and with how many subjects, which verb you are supposed to use, that is what we are going to hear in this video. So let's start with the explanation. So as I told you that basically you are going to use all these words is, am, are, was, were, has, have, and generally when we are talking about is, am, are, was, were, were, you will be given be in the sentence, be, right? You will be given a be in the bracket. That is used for is, am, are, was, were. So for all these words you have to see the sentence, you have to see the subject, then you have to see the tense of the sentence, and accordingly you have to place the verb there, right? Though you have done all these, you know the usage of all these verbs you have done in tenses. So we are just going through, it is just a recapitulation of what I am doing here in an initial point, and then later you will get to know many more points where you have to place according to the points given. Right, so the first here, see, first example, Summer is a confident boy. Here the subject is summer and summer is 1 in number, right? So because the subject is singular, we are placing here is, right? Then you will see this example, the boys are confident of themselves. Now here the subject is plural in number, so we have placed are. And the sentence is in present, it is just a general behavior of them, what their quality. So this is what we have used. Accordingly we have used is and are. This is what you have to remember here, that how you are going to use is, are, am, was, were. Now see, again this line states, if the noun or the pronoun in the subject is singular, the verb must be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb must be plural, which we did just in the these earlier sentences. Here the student is in the auditorium. Again the subject here is singular, so we have used is. The students are the same. See, when it becomes the students, again they become plural. There we have used are. So this is how we are going to use according to the verb, according to the subject, whether the subject is singular and or plural. Accordingly you have to place the helping verbs. Then you see in the next lines, the first person, and the first person is we. If it is we, then we take a plural verb, like we are reading books in the library. So we is a plural subject and we have placed are. Now we were relaxing on the beach. Here the sentence is in the past tense. So if are will become were here. You have read all these in your tenses, so you need to remember that you have to use was, were, is, am, are according to the tense given in the sentence. So again, you, when there is you know you have to use are, right? You all are following the timetable properly. Then you have, if in case of personal pronouns he, she, it, then it takes the singular verb. See, he lives in Delhi, she enjoys listening to music, it is a beautiful vase, it was a good experience. Now was, why we have taken in place of is, because we are talking about experience which we have felt, we have experienced, right? So this is how we are using the examples here, and we have used he, she, it. Now there are some particular points and some particular things with which you have to remember that they have to be used accordingly. Like if Nouns which indicate food, clothing, furniture, stationery are singular. You have to remember these points as it is given in the book, that if it is food or clothing or furniture or stationery, then the verb is going to be singular only. Now we have taken example, the furniture needs repair. You will be given in the bracket need. Now you have to see the subject. You know that furniture always takes singular verb. So what you are going to do according to the present tense, simple present tense rules, you know that when the subject is singular, you have to add s or es with the verb. So here we have done it. The furniture needs repair. Then again I can give you one example. If I have to use here is, then what could I have written here? The furniture is ready to be delivered. With furniture I am not going to write are, I am going to write is only. Then the stationery is always purchased from the shop. Again for stationery I have used is. Food is kept covered to keep off flies. So food again we have taken is. So you have to take these items or these subjects as singular. You have to use singular verbs with them, Now see, with a pair of scissors and a pair of jeans, again you have to use a singular verb. See, a pair of socks is washed, a pair of trousers is hanging on the clothesline, right? So you have to remember these points. Again, a lot of, plenty of, for quantity of something. If you are talking about quantity of something, see, there is a difference between number and quantity of something. What do you mean by quantity? Quantity means some amount, right? That I say here, a lot of milk has turned so milk is not countable, right? Milk is not countable, so it will be taken in a quantity. So with quantity you have to use a singular verb. With quantity you have to use singular verb. But if the same lot of or plenty of word is used with number, then it becomes plural verbs. Like, a lot of children are attending the function. Here I have not used a lot of children is attending the function, because it will be wrong. See, it is refers to the countable nouns and it refers to the uncountable nouns, right? So this you have to remember. These points you will read again and again to understand, because until and unless you go through them 3 to 4 times, you will be confused, because a lot of, plenty of with quantity and then lot of, plenty of with number makes a difference. So you have to remember them accordingly, right? Next is much and little takes a singular verb. Now see, this also again you have to remember that much has already been given. Again with much I have used has, right? With much you have used has, that is singular verb, and just a little patience is needed. Again little patience you have used is. So you have to remember this accordingly. You have to remember this accordingly, that with these words you are going to use singular verb only. Then we have, there is a butterfly near the window. There are pine trees in the forest. So again, when the sentence begin with there, the verb must agree with the real subject that follows. Again with the there, you have to see what the subject is there. According to the subject, you are going to place a verb with there, especially word there. There, butterfly, only one butterfly is there, therefore it has been used is. There are pine trees, because pine trees are plural, so again it has been used as are. Now news. News always takes a singular verb. What is the latest news? For news you are going to use only is. What is the breaking news? See, for news we have taken the singular verb here is. Next is one of is always singular and takes a singular verb. Again there are simpler words like one of, each, either, neither, everyone. They always take singular verbs. For example, one of the girl is sick, one of the boy has fallen from the swings. Then either of the two children is sick, each of the boys is talented, everyone is ready to leave, is, neither of the two bags is empty. So you have seen that again with one of, each, either, neither, and every one we have used the singular verb. Either it can be is, or it can be has, or it can be was, but it cannot be have, it cannot be are, right? So according to the sentence, if it is in past tense, you have to use was, or according to the had, or but if it is in the present tense, you have to use is or has, right? Then if the two subject in the sentence, if the two subjects in a sentence, the verb is plural. If there are two subjects, like now here the example is Rita and Maheshwari are best friends. Now these are two individuals, right? These are two subjects, two friends. So this is not one subject, because these are two subjects, we have taken are here. So you have to remember whatever I have told you in this video. You have to remember all these things accordingly. Means you cannot use the verbs according to your thinking or what you feel like. You have to remember the words which are specifically given here. According to them, which verb you are going to use in which sentence. Fine. Now let's see again some of the points. Then when the subject consists of two pronouns, when the subject consists of two pronouns or nouns and is joined with well or with, the verb must agree with the first of them. Now when the subject consists of two pronouns or nouns, when the subject consists of two nouns or pronouns, like you have to see here the subject. What is the subject here? Like if the subject is singular noun and it is used with if with is there and the noun is singular, you are going to use is. And if the accordingly, means you have to see here the subject, right? If the subject and then the words like as well as or with, accordingly you have to place the verb. See, with the teacher, with all the boys is coming here, the student as well as the teacher are coming here, because here the subject, first subject becomes students with the teacher. So that is why we have taken are here. In the first sentence it was the teacher with all the boys, right? The subject was singular, that is why we have used here is. Then if the subject are referred to as one with the verb, then the verb will be singular. If the subject if the subject are similar ideas, here we take it as, if the subjects are referred to as one, means if both of them expresses the same idea, because bread and butters are generally used together, right? Bread and butter is generally used together, so there we can use singular verb. So taste will become tastes. And then I can say this, rice and curry is my favorite food. Then again rice and curry, it becomes the favorite food. So we have used here is. Then we have if two nouns refer to the same person or thing, a singular verb is used. Like M.F. Hussain, the artist, and an eminent person is no more. So I am talking here about one singular person, right? Singular person, and giving his same person with two qualities. He was artist also, he was very famous also, is no more. But I am talking about M.F. Hussain here. So here we will be taking only singular verb. Then we have, if the subject are separated by the group of words, the verb must agree with the subject. If the verb has been if the subject and the verb are separated by a group of words, like the boys in blue uniform are my classmates, but you have to see here the boys are plural, right? So we are talking about the boys, so we have to take here are. So you basically you need to see the subject. So when the subject is plural, you are taking here plural verb. When the name of the country, a book or film is denoted in a plural form, it takes a singular verb. Again, the United States of America has declared a war on terrorism. Lord of the Rings was written by J.R. Tolkien. So these are the words which you have to see that again we are talking about United States of America has declared. We are talking about a country. Again in the next line we are talking about a book. So you have to take accordingly the verb. Again, people, police, kettle, they always take are with them, they always take plural verbs. Then you have 5,000 rupees is denoted by this gentleman every year. This means distance, weight and amount of money. They are again taken with them with a singular verb. Distance, money, amount of money. Then the collective nouns. Collective nouns again take singular verbs with them. Is a flock of sheep. So this is what you have to remember every time. Every time what points we are taking, it is very easily, very specifically given in your book, very nicely explained that in what which specific things are there with which you have to use which verb, and the question which you will be given in the exam will be like, you will be given be in the bracket, and for has and have you will be given has or have, and accordingly you have to place the verb according to the subject. You have to see the subject of number of the subject, and accordingly you will be placing the verbs. You need to go through this video 2 to 3 times. If you read it, if you listen to the explanation, you will very easily understand where you have to put the verbs, and I'll be sending you the PDF for the exercise. I hope you have understood this topic. Thank you for now.